In the world of network security, there's a huge revolution happening, and its name is SASE. But what does that really mean for businesses right now in 2025? Well, we're about to find out, and we're going to use the industry's most trusted guide to do it, Gartner's latest deep dive. Let's break it down.
I mean, just think about your team for a second. You've got someone at home, someone else in the office, and another person grabbing coffee while logging into Microsoft 365 on their personal phone. How in the world do you secure all of that? The old idea of a digital fortress just around the office? That's completely gone. The reality today is a tangled web, and honestly, it's a security nightmare waiting to happen.
And this is exactly the problem SASE was born to solve. So what Gartner's saying here is that SASE combines all your networking and all your security into a single service delivered from the cloud, from one company. The promise? The whole point is secure, seamless access for anyone on any device to any app, no matter where they are in the world.
So here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll talk about the massive market shift that's happening. Then, we'll decode Gartner's famous Magic Quadrant to see who's who. After we meet the leaders, we're going to get really practical and talk about finding the right fit for you. And finally, we'll take a little peek into the future of SaaS.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a minute. SASE is not just another tech buzzword. It represents a seismic shift in how companies are thinking about networking and security. And this isn't some slow-moving trend. It's an absolute explosion.
This one number, it says it all. 70%. This is the key to understanding just how fast this whole market is changing. So here's what that 70% actually means. Gartner is predicting that by 2028, 70% of new SD WAN purchases, you can think of SD WAN as the smart traffic cop for your office internet, they're going to be bought as part of a single vendor SaaS platform. That is a huge jump from just 25% today. The takeaway here is crystal clear. The old days of buying your networking from one company and your security from another? Yeah, that's becoming a thing of the past, fast.
And this trend isn't just about SD-WAN. It holds true for all new SASE deployments. Gartner projects that by 2028, half of them, a full 50%, will come from a single vendor. That's a big leap from just 30% in 2025. You can see where this is all headed, right? The market is definitely consolidating around these unified platforms.
So, who are the key players that are driving this massive shift? To answer that, we've got to look at the industry's official map, the Gartner Magic Quadrant. Seriously, if you want to understand the SaaS landscape, this is your starting point.
Now, before I show you the actual quadrant, let's do a quick breakdown of the categories. Up in the top right, you've got the leaders. They're the ones firing on all cylinders. Then you have challengers, who are executing well today, but maybe lack that groundbreaking vision. Visionaries totally get where the market is going, but they might not have the broad reach yet. And finally, niche players are just masters of one specific area. Simple enough, right?
And here it is, the 2025 SASE Magic Quadrant. This is the entire landscape at a glance, but let's be honest, the real action, the place where everyone wants to be, is that top right corner. So let's zoom in on that.
Okay, we're zeroing in on the leaders. According to Gartner, these are the vendors who have both the muscle to execute today and a really clear vision for where things are headed tomorrow. These are the companies setting the pace for the entire market. And for 2025, Gartner has named 4 companies to this pretty exclusive club: Cato Networks, Fortinet, Netskope, and Palo Alto Networks. These are the names you are going to hear over and over again in any serious conversation about SASE. All right. Now, this is probably the most important thing to understand about these market leaders. There is no single best one. It really all comes down to trade-offs. Gartner points out that while Cato is fantastic with customer experience, its pricing can be a little complicated. Fortinet, great pricing, but you might take a hit on customer experience. Netskope has a brilliant product strategy, and Palo Alto offers a powerhouse platform, but it comes with a premium price tag. So, the best choice really depends on what your organization values the most. Which, brings us to the most practical question of all: how do you choose? It's not about just picking the top name on a chart. It's about finding the absolute perfect fit for your business. And thankfully, to help with this, Gartner publishes a companion report called Critical Capabilities. It goes way beyond the Magic Quadrant and actually evaluates vendors based on how well they perform in 4 common business scenarios, which they call use cases. This is where the analysis gets super practical.
First up is what they call foundational SaaS. Just imagine a mid-sized company that's drowning in a dozen different security tools. Their main goal, simplicity. They just want one platform, one dashboard to manage everything. So this use case is all about consolidation and just making life easier.
Next, we have secure branch network modernization. This is for a business with a ton of physical locations. Think retail stores, bank branches, that kind of thing. Their first priority is to upgrade the network at all these sites with modern SD WAN and really strong security, probably before they go all in on cloud-based security.
Third is Zero Trust SASE. Okay, this is for the security-obsessed organization. The philosophy here is simple. Trust no one. Every single user, every single device has to be verified every single time they try to access something. For these companies, advanced security features are the #1 priority above everything else. And finally, my personal favorite, coffee shop networking. This is for all those companies with a truly hybrid workforce and apps that live mostly in the cloud. They just want to give their employees the same simple, secure, and consistent experience, whether they're in the office, at home, or, you guessed it, working from a coffee shop. So, we've seen the market shift, we've met the leaders, and we've explored the different ways you might choose a platform. Now let's bring it all together and take a look at what's coming next.
If you remember just one thing from this whole breakdown, make it this: the future is unified. We are leaving behind the messy, complicated world of trying to stitch together separate networking and security products. The new standard is a single, integrated platform. Simplicity is winning. Period.
So what's the next big frontier? According to Gartner, it's AI, and specifically something they call Agentic AI. The easiest way to think about it is like a super smart assistant that's built right into the platform, automatically handling tasks like optimizing your network or responding to low-level threats, all by itself. And it's not just AI. Gartner is also pointing to other major trends on the horizon. We're talking about getting ready for quantum computing with brand new cryptography, finding better ways to secure all those unmanaged personal devices, and creating much tighter links between the SASE cloud and the security software on your laptop. Which leaves us with a pretty fascinating final question. As these platforms get smarter and smarter, are we heading towards a future where our next network administrator isn't a person at all, but an AI? It's a powerful thought to end on as this massive shift continues to unfold. That's all for this explainer.